Greetings, adventurers of the realm, and welcome to a very special edition of Swordplay and Sorcery. My name is Jakin, and I will be your game master, or rather, director of this actual play, Chains of Laventria. But before we dive into that, let's introduce our players, starting with...
Hey, it's me. I'm first up. How's it going? I'm Ian. I'll be playing your wizard for all of this, doing wizardy things. I'm not as weird as Jakin, but we've been friends for a long time, and I'm very glad to be here.
Sweet. Next up...
Hello, I'm Elijah. I'm a voice actor and tabletop role-playing game enthusiast. Very happy to be here. Thank you so much to everyone. Very excited to see where this goes.
And lastly...
Hi, everyone. I am Connor. I am a part-time streamer, full-time... I do things. You can... You can find me everywhere at Conkus Bonkus. Okay. All right.
I do things.
This is a great start.
Great intro, guys. Thank you.
Oh, God, that's so funny.
I am glad to be here.
That is our wonderful crew. We are Swordplay and Sorcery. Jakin, Ian, Elijah, and Connor. Before we dive into the game, what are we playing? We're playing DC20. DC20 is a game currently in development at the time of recording. We are in beta 0.8 of the game. It's a game made by the Dungeon Coach. It's a lot like D&D and Pathfinder if they had a love child. They just went, blah, 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 and out comes DC20.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey. It is a D20 system. So players will roll a D20 and compare their roll to a target number. And if it meets or exceeds that number, then they generally succeed at whatever they are rolling for. With that being said, players, are you ready to tell a story?
What kind of story?
Yes.
I was born ready.
Laventria, a land once driven by the hunger for power, now stands at the edge of a new era. The kingdom has known peace under the reign of Queen Alara, but unrest stirs in the hearts of those who remember the glory of conquest. As the clouds gather, so too does a storm within the walls of the capital, Torhall. Tonight, the fate of Laventria hangs by a thread as treachery and ambition rise from the shadows. We move to the interior of the grand castle known as Tarval Keep, where we find Queen Alara seated in her throne room. The light of 1,000 candles reflects off the polished marble floor, but an uneasy silence fills the hall. The queen's advisors whisper nervously among themselves, their eyes darting to the massive doors at the far end of the room, where the crown guard can be heard shouting in pain with their dying breath. Silence. Then suddenly, the heavy doors creak open, revealing a figure cloaked in dark armor. The room falls silent as he strides forward, his presence commanding and ominous. This is Lord Ironheart, the brilliant but feared inventor and military leader. He halts before the throne, his eyes gleaming, scanning the room. Your Majesty, the time for complacency is past. Laventria needs a ruler with the strength to lead it into the future, not one who clings to the relics of peace. Step down or face the consequences. Queen Alara rises from her throne. I will not abandon my people to tyranny, Ironheart. Laventria will not fall to darkness under my watch. Without warning, the ground beneath the castle trembles as hidden machinery whirs to life. You three feel the sudden shift in the atmosphere. The tension is palpable. You find yourself in the midst of this unfolding power struggle, air thick with the scent of oil and burning incense, and the distant sound of clashing metal echoes through the halls. As it trembles, you realize this is no ordinary coup. This is a calculated assault where every move has been planned to perfection, but you are not helpless. What you do next will shape the future of Laventria. Players, I need you all to roll initiative.
Whoa!
Oh,
Right
wow.
off rip, let's go!
Now, what's our initiative?
How do we play this game?
Hey, how do we play DC?
How do you-
I'm
How do you do
still
it?
relatively new. Calm
on.
down.
So we are going to be rolling a D20, and I haven't been doing initiative the way it normally is in DC20 because it's weird. So we are going to roll a D20 and add our prime modifier.
Oh,
This is not good.
Oh no,
13.
oh, Daya's got a 9.
I got a 6.
As all this is happening, you guys see the machinery finally take place, be coming out of the ground. These suits of armors all sink into the ground, and instead they are replaced one by one with what appear to be iron men. So first up
Bingo.
Oh.
is Elijah. Please describe your character, what they're thinking, and then what they plan to do.
Yeah, so standing to the side of the throne, there is a fairly tall figure wearing a almost ceremonial armor with a white and gold tabard down the front of it. His skin is almost gray, and he has platinum blonde hair that is brushed back very neatly, very formal. His countenance darkened as soon as Lord Ironheart entered the room, and his fist had begun to tighten on the handle of his ceremonial warhammer that he always carries with him. And as soon as things start to happen, he is running over to Ironheart.
Oh, snap.
As Lawrence runs towards Ironheart, he reaches down and he pulls out his warhammer from its little clip where it stays attached to his belt, and he bellows, "Ironheart, you will pay for your crimes!" And he's going to take his warhammer off, and he takes the handle and twists it, and the head of the warhammer detaches on a chain, and I'm going to swing it at Ironheart.
Swing!
That's a 23 to hit.
That is going to be a heavy hit.
That is a heavy hit, so that'll be 2 damage. I'm going to spend my third action to give myself advantage so that the second attack is just a straight roll.
Okay.
As Lawrence swings and hits Ironheart, spins the hammer over his head, and comes in for a second strike. That's a 13 to hit.
You impact the first time, and he sees you carry that momentum around for a second one and quickly learns he needs to step back and avoid this hammer. Lord Ironheart is next.
Oh
He's very, very, very not happy with what has just taken place. He's going to hold out his gauntlet, and you're going to see it charge up with purple energy, and it's going to blast out. This is against your mental defense. Oh, 13.
Yeah, a 13 is a heavy hit to my
A
mental,
heavy hit.
to my mystical.
Oh my god.
You had to just beat an 8.
Daggum.
Oh, good lord.
I'm sorry. That's going to be 5 points of damage.
5?
Yeah, 5 points of umbral damage as this thing just blasts into you.
Hey, how does vulnerability work again?
Vulnerability. Are you vulnerable to umbral?
I'm vulnerable to umbral.
Oh no.
I have vulnerability 1.
So that means you take 1 extra point of damage.
Okay.
That was his first attack, which was a spell attack. And with this gauntlet still charged, he pulls out his long sword and is going to be making a melee attack. 1 action to move up, not at disadvantage because it is different from a spell check. So that's a 23
A 23 is a heavy hit.
for slashing damage. As he brings a sword as it begins to glow right across your chest. With his last action, he clenches his fist in the gauntlet, and you see him focus and utter something. And you guys would see 2 more iron bots appear. Ian, will you describe your character, what they're thinking in this moment, and what they plan to do?
Okay, so I am playing a dark-skinned Nubian man with dreadlocks, wearing a lot of red and gold. So you can tell he's kind of like from like a well-off family. He has money. He would be thinking like he just really doesn't want to be here and doesn't want this to happen, is all just impeding what he really wants to do. And so he's going to, it's an action point to move, right?
Yes.
I'm going to do a Cybolt at him. So my character is going to just push Connor's character out the way, walks forward, looks at Ironheart, and he's going to cast Cybolt. That's a 9.
9 does not hit.
And what else can I do with my other 2 action points? I always forget.
You can move, you can attack, you can cast a spell. Yeah, it'd just be a disadvantage.
Oh, but I can use the other one to make it at a straight roll again.
Right, you can give yourself advantage.
Yeah, so I'm just going to do that, make it a straight roll.
Let's see it connect.
It's a 23.
Woo! Ooh, hold on. I want to say that is a brutal hit.
Essentially, I'm just doing 1 damage from what I see.
Because it's a brutal hit, you get to add 2 more on top of that.
Ooh, cool.
So really, you did 3 damage to him.
3 damage. Huge.
Gave that man a headache.
He's getting a little bit of a migraine now.
Akira!
Lawrence, blood streaming down his chest, turns to you, and he just goes, "A palpable strike, sir!"
Next up is an Iron Bot, and then it's going to fire a shot off at the queen who is sitting up in the throne. Big ol' miss.
Yeah.
She sees this clearly coming. This thing going
Just sidesteps.
holds up an arm. She quickly dives out of the way. She's still up on the throne stage, but now she's lined up basically behind Connor next to her throne. Will you please describe your character, what they're thinking, and what they plan to do?
My character's name is Torian Knox. He is a common-born boy, but he's not a boy. He is a giant dragonborn warlock. So he is a hulking mass. As Elijah described Florence as a big guy, Torian is a large creature that takes up a medium space. He's just a big hulking dude. But yeah, what he's thinking right now is, oh my god, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Our queen is dying and you are worrying about yourself!
I am going to move. I would like to do is spend a mana and 2 action points to shoot crackling lightning in a line.
Oh, snap.
That is a 23.
That is going to be a heavy on Ironheart. Yeah, devastating hit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Dang.
That would be 3 for Ironheart, and devastating would be 4. Is it 4? Is it add 2?
Heavy,
Or does it add
brutal,
3?
devastating, plus whatever the base damage is.
Oh, so it adds 3, so that's 5 then.
That robot explodes.
Let's go!
So I suppose with my last action, I'm going to go back where I was.
Next up, Ironbot. You're kind of being blocked by someone else, so he's going to target Aldeus.
No!
Big ol' miss!
Oh, wow.
Woo! That is going to be the end of Ironbot's turn. Next up is Lawrence.
So, very grateful that we're back to my turn, because Lawrence is at 1 HP. Far past bloodied and just barely supporting himself on his warhammer. Lawrence looks up at Ironheart and panting, just, "You will pay for your crimes by the all-just Bertrand!" And I'm going to cast a divine intervention. I'm going to spend 3 action points. And I'm going to make a DC 10 spell check, and we'll see if I succeed. That is a 13, thank goodness. I gain a pool of healing equal to twice my prime modifier that I can use to restore HP to any number of creatures within 5 spaces, distributing the HP among them.
Oh, yeah, no. Heal yourself.
As this bright golden light emanates from Lawrence, from his entire body, I'm also not just healing me, I am going to use my racial ability, Blinding Light.
There
I'm
you
going
go.
to spend my last action point. I'm going to make a spell check contested by Ironheart's. He's making a physical save.
25.
He got a 25.
So in that case, nothing happens, and I've wasted that ability. Lawrence is just gonna spit at Ironheart's feet.
Wow, the disrespect.
Next up is another Iron Bot. It's going to do like a little punch at Torian. Maybe one of them will actually hit.
Never
No!
mind.
Let's go! Natural one. Lord Ironheart has just been spat on. He's not going to use his sword for this one. Would that hit your physical defense?
It would not.
So he goes for a backhand. While this backhand has happened, he has his sword ready to lunge forward. 22 to hit.
That is a heavy hit.
So that will be 4 points of piercing damage. And he's going to use his last 2 action to summon more bots.
Lawrence is going to look at him. So, it appears you are a coward, not just a dastard. And I'm in the danger zone still. I'm pissing off this man.
Next up is Aldeus.
So since there's more of them now,
I want to call out to him. Aldeus, go to the queen.
so I'm going to use 1 action point to move. Actually, no, I'm just going to cast my lightning bolt cantrip, and I'm also going to try to enchain it.
So you're going for 3 of the iron bots.
Yes. How does an 8 sound?
It barely misses.
So Aldeus is just gonna, charge up his lightning and cast it, and then it's just like he's not all the way here. He's like, I really don't want to be doing this. Like,
Next up is Ironbot. They all have a directive, and they intend to follow it.
Oh no.
This one intends to swing at Lawrence, and it's going to use its other action point to enhance the attack. Should it hit, add 1 extra damage. That is a 13.
That does not hit.
Misses. That is the end of that one's turn. Next up is not the sequel, but the triple one, Ironbot 3, who is going to make the same kind of swing at Torian with a power enhanced added onto it. So for a total of 3 bludge damage, just
That is a heavy hit.
4. Golly.
something tells me we're not supposed to be fighting here.
Something tells me we're going to win.
We're going to win.
We're gonna win.
And next up, Torian.
I am going to move.
It's okay.
It's okay. You say it's okay.
It'll be okay. He just caresses your face.
I just
Lawrence over his
okay.
shoulder. It will be all right.
Okay.
I can take it.
I can take it.
Who's in range of a crackling lightning?
Everybody.
I think a lot of them.
Everybody.
So it's basic at a sphere type, has a range of 2 spaces. So I think I can hit Iron Bot 1, that one. I can get all of them, I think. Because I could spend an extra range to add 1 space, which would allow me to hit Lord Ironheart as well. Oh, Lawrence, be ready.
Yep.
Because that's what I'm going to do. That is going to spend 2 mana points for that and 2 actions. Oh, God, it's so bad. That's an 11.
That is a regular hit on all of the iron bots, and
Okay.
a miss on Lord Ironheart.
That is 2 damage for all of them then. For my last action, I will just take a swing at this iron bot that's closest to Lawrence. Well, I got a 10.
A 10 is a regular hit. That one dies.
Only if I hit just 1 damage harder. I would have killed them all.
Iron Bot is swinging at Aldeus. Pretty sure that's a miss.
Yes.
And then Iron Man 4, Iron Bot 4, the movie that never was, is going to make a ranged attack at Aldeus.
Is that the
You're
one in front of me?
protecting the queen, right?
Yes.
9.
Also, yes.
Next up, Lawrence.
I could be smart here, and I could leave.
Yeah, you could be smart, but is
I could be
Lawrence-
smart.
Is Lawrence
Lawrence
smart?
be smart.
What would Lawrence do?
Don't. Why did you ask me that? All right. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
Lawrence is going to turn to Ironheart. You would have others do your dirty work for you. Your name, it lies. Your heart is not of iron, it is made of cowardice. I say again, cowardice.
Oh.
We're going to do a power attack.
Okay.
If I do hit him, it will deal extra damage. Well, that's an 11.
That's a miss.
Let's do this. Lawrence is foolhardy, but he does know that these bots are a danger to the queen. So on the miss, he's going to swing that hammer over his head again, and he's going to do a half turn. And because I've got reach on this baby, I'm going to be attacking the Iron Bot 2, the one that's within 10 spaces of me.
Ooh, okay.
There's nothing else I can do. We'll make it a straight roll. That will be a 16 to hit.
Dead. Crumbles to the ground.
Awesome.
Ironbot 1 going to make an attack at Aldeus. 12.
Well, a regular hit.
All right, so that's going to be 1 point of damage. And it's going to make another one at disadvantage. Natural 1.
Woo!
Whew.
Next up, Ironbot, fire at the queen.
Oh no, the queen.
Advantage.
I am your
no.
shield. I am your shield.
no.
That's going to be a miss. Misses the queen. Next up.
Oh no.
Lord
Ironheart.
I'm so sorry. I wish we didn't roll low, but damn.
Lawrence is still just standing there, like rapidly swinging the head of his warhammer.
All right, that is a 15 against your mental defense.
That's a heavy hit.
No.
That
Oh,
is
boy.
5 points, or I guess 6 in your case, of umbral damage blasted at you.
It's been fun.
Oh
So
no.
that's, you said minus 6, you said?
Yeah, 6 points of umbral damage.
Cool. Yeah, so quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when I hit my death threshold?
How much negative are you?
-3.
Aldeus, Torian, you guys see Lawrence get blasted, and he falls back onto the ground, lifeless.
Brother, it's episode 1.
Lawrence,
Yeah,
no.
that's me. That's me for today. Thank you so much for having me. I'm gonna head out. I hope you guys survive.
He's gonna stay, and he's gonna cast it once more, and give himself advantage on it, and attack Torian.
Oh boy.
A 17 against your
Oh,
mental
God.
defense.
That's a heavy.
That is 5 points of umbral damage towards you, Torian.
I just have like a chunk taken out of me at this point.
Next up, Aldeus.
Before Aldeus is going to do anything, he's going to yell to Torin, like, we need to leave now. I am going to cast Magic Missile.
Ah!
Survey says...
Survey says...
Yo!
Ooh.
So how many do I make? Because I made the mana point
A lot.
enhancement. So I create 2 off rip.
Five?
5.
Yeah,
I did the mana
5.
point enhancement. All right, so I'm pointing all 5 at Ironheart.
So he's taking 5 damage. He takes these and smacks against the wall.
Yeah.
Has to catch himself a little bit, and his purple glow that he has is growing and glowing hotter now.
We're making him stronger.
So I will grab the queen and attempt to leave.
You run through the door with the queen, and you see the spiral staircase that can go either up or down. But as you enter the door, you see 2 of the crown's guard fall dismembered down the steps onto your level. And that's all you see with that turn.
Yeah, they're on all levels. This is bad. This is really bad.
It's going to make an attack at Torian. The queen has left. He's going to give himself advantage on this attack. 19 against your physical defense.
Oh, that's a heavy hit.
That'll be 2 points of bludgeoning damage as it smacks right across the back of your head.
I'm gonna go down.
So you are considered to be on death's door. You have exhaustion 1, and you are limited to 1 action point now.
Oh, limited to 1 action point?
Limited to 1
That
action point.
Sucks.
Next up, Torian.
I suppose I'm just gonna keep trying to save Aldeus here and point at the threat and cast Lightning Bolt with my single action.
Aw, snap!
Come on.
That is a 20.
Regular hit.
Okay,
It's
so
a
that
what?
is, and he's definitely wearing metal armor, correct?
Yes.
That is 3 damage then.
1 action point and skill kicks butt. That's what I was trying to say.
Ironbot 1
Oh no.
runs into the room where the queen and Aldeus ran, puts a hand out, and is going to fire a blast. Miss!
Oh gosh.
After seeing this body crumble down the steps, you see this blast whiz past you, and you see an Ironbot has come into the room with you guys. Next up, Ironbot number 4
The lad is on his way.
enters the room, fires an attack at the queen. Natural 1. These Ironbots ain't shit.
They're so bad. I love
They're
it.
so bad.
They're bad individually, but you get enough of them, they'll hit.
Another Ironbot. This one's going to move up to Torian and is going to go for a punch.
No.
Beat a man while he's down.
Oh, that's a heavy hit. That's
2 points.
I am dead.
Oh no.
As I'm already taking a kneel, like I was already on one knee, essentially, looking up towards Ironheart and the bots with a bloodied face. I I like try to move my, like push off of the ground a little bit as this bot just backhands me, and I'm just on the floor laying in my own blood.
Next up, Lord Ironheart. He finally kind of gets himself off of the wall after just taking 5 magical blasts. Looks around the room. The landscape has changed. The strategy has changed. Where is she? Frustrated, he's going to make a blast that just is hopefully just going to blast even through these bots.
Wait.
He wants the queen, and there are things in his way in this moment.
He's killing his own men?
You need to leave.
He takes his longsword and decides to just start cleaving through them to get to the queen and Aldeus.
Oh,
He's
no.
one bot closer to getting to you. Aldeus, you are there with the queen. Ironbot's flooding in. You hear some upstairs. Ironheart has just clobbered through one of them just to get to you guys. What do you do?
I'm going to do another magic missile at this guy before I leave.
Okay.
I'm going to spend another mana point to,
Make
to
it enhanced.
Enhance. 13. I make 3.
He is considered bloodied.
I'm going to take the queen again, and we're going downstairs.
You get to the bottom of the stairs, and you see some of the castle servants, some of the chefs. They've just been absolutely obliterated. 2 Ironbots down there. They haven't noticed you yet.
Is there a way for us to sneak around?
If you would like, you and the queen can both make a stealth check.
That's a 1. That's a 1.
Natural 1. You grab the attention of both of these Ironbots, and they're both going to launch blasts at the both of you. One at you, one at her. All right, the first one at Aldeus is a 16.
That is a heavy hit.
2 points of damage. And the second one at the queen, 1 point of damage. She's not looking great. She is on death's door. And then the next 2 that we're following behind, they go down the stairs. And they are going to launch attacks at the backs of you and the queen. So a 2. So a miss on that one.
Okay.
The queen gets a blast. She falls face first into the ground.
Oh no.
Ironheart comes rushing down and sees you, and he's angry. He's going to make a spell check against you, and he's going to pump a use of advantage with it. A total of 22.
Brutal hit, good say.
6 points of umbral damage blasted at you.
Ouch.
He's going to rush you with his longsword. This is against your physical defense, 16.
Brother, that is a heavy.
5 points of damage.
I'm at -4.
Aldeus, anything before you go down?
I'll say something in like Elvish, and when like cursing this man.
You expire. Everything fades to black. You wake up, the three of you, in a dark, cold stone chamber that reeks of dampness and decay. The prison cell is small and cramped with an uneven floor. Each of you are shackled to the wall by heavy, rusted iron chains, seemingly at full health. Across from you is the cell door with thick, solid bars that are spaced just far enough apart to see into the dimly lit corridor beyond. A robot, much like the ones you encountered earlier, stands on the other sides of the bars, and seeing you all shift and wake, it leaves. Shortly after, you hear footsteps approaching. A tall man with long, slicked-back hair stands before you on the other side of the bars. He's wearing really dirtied and bloodied commoner's clothes, overalls. He looks kind of beaten and has a little bit of an arcane residue and burn across his face. I must admit, I did not expect such resistance from the likes of you. Few have dared to challenge my vision, and fewer still have survived. Tell me, what drives you?
Lawrence is pulling against the chains, trying to get at this man. What have you done? Where's the queen? Where are we?
Shall I chalk it up to loyalty to a fallen queen? Or perhaps something more?
Aldeus is not going to say anything. He is in his mind because he literally witnessed the queen die.
Answer my questions.
He observes this and looks at all of you. You fought well, but now you must see the futility of it all. The queen's reign was weak. Laventria needed strength. You've witnessed the fragility of power firsthand. Why continue to resist when you could have a place in the new order?
My comrades and I are not so easily swayed. We will not bow to you, a usurper.
Lawrence, we have to think rationally here. Stay your hand.
She's alive.
Lies. I saw with my own eyes a murderer walk down, killed the queen, an innocent, and then me.
You did. And I witnessed a miracle. I witnessed life, new breath flow into each and every one of you. Why is that?
If we are alive, it is because the will of Bertrand makes it so.
His eye twitches at hearing Bertrand's name. Bertrand.
The architect, yes.
I never desired this conflict. Laventria deserves a ruler who can steer it towards a future of innovation and prosperity, not one clinging to outdated traditions like Alara. I ask you this. What would you have done in my place? Would you have let our kingdom crumble as it is? Or would you have taken necessary steps as I have?
You call this necessary?
Yes.
The lives of everyone who worked in that castle, the innocents, who have died under your command in this unholy rebellion that you have been waging. Prosperity is all well and good, but if the road is paved with evil, then I want nothing of it.
3 months. You three have been asleep. You must be famished.
I could eat.
Do not accept food from this traitor to all that is right and good and to the crown.
Lawrence, as much as we want to, dismember this man, we need the strength to do it.
There is strength in my bones yet. I do not need the offerings, the pity of this one.
I'll just rest back against the wall and almost close my eyes, in deep thought.
You see these chains as a symbol of your defeat. But I choose to see them as the first steps towards your awakening. Laventria is on the cusp of a new dawn. You can be part of this transformation, or be left behind in the ashes of the old world. Unjust rulings.
What do you have to gain from us?
I think we can help each other. Your strength intrigues me. You can be of use to me if you're wise enough to see it. But make no mistake, this is not a choice I offer lightly. Fail to see the value in aligning with me, and your fate will be no different from the Queen's. So, consider your next words carefully.
State your offer.
The Queen's life, should you complete a task for me. I will not have her be executed in front of a people. I will have the people vote. We will have democracy. They will decide what will be done. In return, you fix an unjust ruling.
What is unjust? Speak plainly.
Early on, when I was very vocal, this palace had a secret order. An order to hush, shut me up, silence. They damned my wife to hell. Your church kicked down my doors.
Surely there was a cause. What was the charge laid against her, that such a harsh sentence would be laid upon her feet?
Me. I was the charge. And yet it was carried out on her. Fix this wrong. Get her out of the hells. And in return, your freedom and the Queen's life.
What's stopping you, the man she loved, from going down there yourself?
I have a kingdom to run. We are in the middle of a transition of power. One cannot ascend to the throne only to leave it for an unprecedented amount of time. We are 3 months into this reign, and we are finally starting to see the fruits of it. Negotiations are in place. Things are in motion that cannot be stopped. And should you refuse, well, she is in hell. It's not like she's going anywhere anytime. I'll just find someone else to do the job.
You threaten us with the death of the divinely appointed queen, and yet she has bested your methods before. She is not dead. What makes you think next time it would stick? Bertrand's hand is clearly upon her. He intends for her to live.
It is not a holy, radiant power that brings you all here. Something darker is at play. I intend to find out what that is.
Where is Queen Lalaura now?
In my personal care.
I look to my companions. I do not know what you wish to do, but I am honor-bound. I am honor-bound to serve Her Highness. Her Grace the Queen. And if I must debase myself to do it, then I will do so.
I say, before you debase yourself, why don't you bring the Queen down here so we can actually see she's here?
You think You're in a position to negotiate.
Yes.
Make an influence check.
+3, that's a 21.
He smirks. One of the bots comes over and leaves. A few moments later, a healing queen is wheeled down. She's still in recovery, but she's getting full of life with each day. Not at the rate you three have managed.
Your Grace, have they been mistreating you?
I'm fine.
We will save you. There will be something that we can do.
Would it be an insight check to see if this is like some sort of arcane trick, or
Make an awareness check for this.
that is a 19 total?
You're pretty confident this is real.
Okay.
Doesn't appear to be any influence or deception happening here.
Okay.
Lord Ironheart said it was a darker power, correct?
Correct.
That brought us all back instead of...
Yeah,
Bertrand.
instead of a holy
No, it's
radiant
Bertrand.
power.
It is Bertrand.
Oh.
Bertrand has brought us back to life for a glorious purpose.
In my inner monologue, as Torian hears this, he's just like, was it because of me? And almost whispers it.
Ironheart, you say we must enter the hells and take your wife out. How do you propose we do this? Once someone is consigned to the hells, there is no escape. That is the whole point. It is punishment for evil.
There is a passage beneath the mountains of Laventria. I will make sure you are on this passage. I will equip you as best as I can, give you proper provisions, equipment, potions. From there on, you're on your own.
Have I heard of that passageway underneath Laventria?
You've heard rumors of this passageway, but more specifically, it's believed that the passageways beneath Laventria belong to a dragon.
Okay. I cannot make the choice for the two of you. But I at least must do this.
Whatever the queen wants me to do is what I will do.
Well, doesn't seem like I have much of a choice, do I?
He nods, has the robot come and take her away. Your chains will be removed. Provisions will be provided. Consider carefully, for once you begin this path, there's no turning back. Do we have a deal?
Yes.
I have one question. When we fought, why did you restrain yourself?
I have found in past battles, both with leaders and fellow soldiers, the ones who seem to lose temper are the ones to quickly perish. I have underestimated a great many foe who kept their calm. I will never make that mistake again. Do we have a deal?
I look around at both of my companions here, and I was just looking at Lord Ironheart and just shake my head yes.
Lawrence, please.
I do this for the Queen and for Bertrand. And for my purposes, not yours. But yes.
You all feel a slight uncomfortable feeling in your forearms. Nothing that you can see, but something is itchy. We have a deal. And that is where we're going to end the first episode of Sorcery! Oh my gosh!
Oh, baby!
I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment. Let us know what you think. What did you hate? What did you love? Let us know what we can improve on. We'll see you all in the next episode.
Hey.
Bye! Bye!